Okay, this is something different. Try to switch it up every now and then. All right, so this is a rhyming presentation. Cue the music. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put music in there. All right. Now, some of y'all who haven't been watching since day one is like, what is a rhyming gaijin? I'm not sure how you found the page, but you're like, I'm here, but what is a rhyming gaijin? Other people might be asking, where can I find his music? Or where can I find other videos? Another person might be asking, why is it scattered all over the place in the first place? Why isn't it in one easy to find container? If you're confused, raise your hand. Well, guess what? You're not alone. A lot of people are scratching their heads looking at my media, wondering why it is the way it is. So in this video, this short presentation, I'm going to explain all of that to the best of my ability. I am a rapper, MC, since day one. I think I started rapping when I was like 7 in elementary school. I went to Japan with the purpose of rapping in Japan, and that's what I did when I got there. The easiest way to stay there was to become a teacher, so then I started teaching. Before I continue, if you look down at the corner, you can see that this video is going to hit 3 million views. That's what's up. And this video is kind of significant because it was a great, what do you call it? I was combining the music side, because I was teaching them beatboxing, and I was teaching. So it's like the perfect synthesis of what I do. So I'm both. I'm a rapper, I'm a teacher, I'm a creative. Now, in the beginning, I had Messy Pro. That was my first website. Messy Pro being because in my attic, it was really messy, and my mom would come in the attic, 'cause that's where my studio was, and she'd be like, it's so messy in here. And I'd be thinking, but I'm a pro. So Messy Pro. And that was my first YouTube channel. If you look at it, you can see it's Messy Pro with the number 1. There was a Messy Pro no one, but I just ended up having this one. So if you go to this channel, let's see here what we get. On this channel, you get the exclusive. Most of the time, people. Let's stop that one. So you can see here, it's a lot of It's basically me rapping in Japan, rapping. Here, this was a dope one. I like this one. Get up on that mic and make that heart pop. Been doing this goes out to my pops, mom, brother, cousin, nephew, the fam. Just want you to know that I'm safe where I am. I mean, it is Japan. I'm not damn bitch, but sometimes you understand, need a sandwich, and I can't get it over here, so you gotta send that package for care, or just a couple of hugs. But yeah, and if you let me come back out of here. Let me jump back into there. Let me stop this right here. If you go to the playlist, at one point I actually set up all these. So freestyles from 2018, beat making tutorials, which wasn't a thing back in the day. Freestyles over here. I did a whole thing about culture shock. It was like a little well, back in the day I used to do seasons. Right here, seasons. And good times. So yeah, that's where all the music lives. And we could just exit out of here. Now you might say, then why do you have a rhyming gaijin channel? Well, what had happened was I was doing what I do, right? And then some lady, a subscriber, she's like, I love your videos. Actually, a lot of people are saying this, but this one lady in particular. She's like, I love your videos, but I hate your music. And I was like, and then that comment just, because this is back in the day. You guys gotta remember, back in the day, there wasn't a lot of people making music like me on YouTube. So YouTube was a kind of small party of people, blah, blah, blah. So I just made a whole new channel, Rhyming Gaijin channel, where I just talk about life in Japan, which I'm not sure if I'm going to change it because I'm in America now. But I don't feel like making another channel because, as you can see, I have too many. Let me see if I did playlists in here. I guess I did by year. All right, so I made my teaching videos and meeting my Japanese girlfriend's parents. When I started studying Japanese. And other stuff. But a lot of it is just me talking, and every now and then I drop a music video in there. And my newest YouTube thing is this kind of beat production. It says Instagram here. That's not even supposed to be Instagram. Let's see where it goes to. If it goes to Instagram, that sucks. Actually, we could click over here. Yeah. All right, so this brings you to my beat making videos. So you could just see it's me trying to make beats and what have you. Some of you astute people be like, man, it looks like the stuff you have on your other channel. Yeah, it is. But I'm trying to, separate everything. So people who end up on this page, they're just getting the music because, they don't want to hear me talking about this, that, and the third. But let me show you this real quick since I'm here.
4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do all again in the ring. I make music for the children. I do all again in the ring. I make music for the children. I make honey. The lyrics are sweet like honey. On the beach of no dummy, honey.
So yeah, this kind of stuff, right? So that's the YouTube. So if you want to see more videos, if you want to see old videos and freestyles and videos of me in Japan and what have you, Messi Pro 1. Stay on this one if you like what you're seeing now. And if you want to see some beats that I'm doing 2022 moving forward, pop over here. All right, let's see, moving on. Instagram. So Instagram, I usually post there because it's really easy and, it's just easy. Instagram, I just be posting random shit about random stuff. So you might see some videos I'm making. You might see this card my dad got me for my birthday. This is a picture I saw. It's cherry blossoms, but in Bethlehem, where I'm living. Where I live in Easton. I was doing a Rubik's Cube, and I was killing it. This is 1 minute and 39 seconds, man. Just random pictures. Random picture of someone's finger up my nose. This was in Japan. Random picture of my my RG headphones. My Estonian girlfriend. Good times, good times. All right, I also have a photography page. So at one time, I got a camera, and then I started doing photography. And it started off as this, and it's a little mix of everything. So I'm just gonna jump. Oh, all right, it didn't go there. So on my photography, I shoot a lot of things. Maybe 87% are artistic nudes. So a bunch of naked people. It's a private channel, so you see what I did? It's a private channel. But you would have to click in there. But I'll give you a preview. Let's jump into it. Let's see here. This bear was my first model. Because before I could find any models, I had to use what I had available. This is a picture of my mom. So here's, I like doing this. I make things in the grids. People don't like it, but I don't care. Shit like this. and so on. Random shit. That's my dad. Photography. Photography, so I did some macro stuff. Little bugs. 2 little ladybugs getting it on. Let's get it on. When I had a drone, I was doing these kind of aerial nude shots. Other musicians. This couple was really cute. I always tell the story because it's just a beautiful story. So the guy, do I have a picture of them? I don't. The guy, he's from like Alabama or something. The woman, she was from Korea. They met by online gaming because I guess you could chat in them or whatever. And then he flew all the way to Korea. And then she flew all the way to Alabama. And then they met in Japan. I guess it's in between or whatever. And then we had this shoot. And they were just the cutest little couple I've ever seen. But yeah, every picture has a story. Every story has a picture. This was me taking a photo of myself on some janky-ass timer and Bluetooth. Anyway, so that's the photography thing. If that's your thing, go check that out. And then the beat production is, me making beats as such. But yeah, so you get the idea. The reason I split it up into 3 different things is because, like, if you're there for the photography, you might not want to hear the beats. And if you're there for the beats, you might not care for me just talking about this, that, and the third. So think of me like Coca-Cola. Some people want Diet Coke. Some people want Fiber Coke. Some people want Sprite. But they're all under the same umbrella. That was my idea. All right, moving on. I don't use these. I have a Twitter. I got 2 or 3 of them. I just don't be on it. Facebook, I'm on it because everybody and their moms is on it, and that's really the reason I'm not on it, because everybody and their moms are on it. SoundCloud, I might come back to it, but at the moment, I don't use it. Snapchat, the only time I make an account is if I'm like talking to someone and she's like, you gotta make a Snapchat account. I'm like, I really don't want to. She's like, come on, make one. And then they be sending me pictures and I try to like screen capture the thing because, Snapchat, the pictures disappear. She's like, you can't be doing that. And I'm like, you do know I'm a photographer. You ain't showing me nothing I ain't seen before. But, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. All right, moving on. Boom. TikTok. I made a TikTok because that is the new thing. But I'm kind of like most of my people, my age, my surroundings, they don't use TikTok. So I'm on there trying to compete with like all these young people, and it's hard. I did make some traction. I found some beat making people. They're on there too. But yeah, so if you do TikTok, that's me rhyming on the beat. And when I was researching it, getting all the links up, because it took me a good minute, so I could see how it'd be difficult for some random person to find anything. Because sometimes it's rhyming, sometimes it's rhyming on the beat, whatever. But here, let me see where's my mouse. Man, all right, we're gonna have to pop out, pop back in. All right, check this out. This is so random. So somebody used my music to make a thing. Like, check this out.
If you want to survive, listen to me. When you see them zombies, you gotta fight them. Like this. If you don't listen, you'll be dead.
Okay, roll the drums.
Listen.
And then there's some more. But it's so crazy because here, this one we got a little...
When you see them zombies, you gotta fight them. Like this. If you don't listen.
So I don't know if it's like one of you guys, a subscriber who's just like found the music and put it to something, or they just found it, which just blows my mind. Because when I get my checks from from my my DSP, whatever. So we'll get to that later. But all my music is online, and when you buy it, it all gets kind of put together, and then they cut me a check. And when I was looking at the breakdown, it said I got money from TikTok, and I'm like, how can I ain't selling anything on TikTok. Another thing is crazy because whenever I try to get my friends, be like, yo, make something to my video, no one does it. No one does it. And here there's people out there. So yeah, that's kind of cool. That put a smile on my face. All right. Twitch. This is, I guess, a gaming site, but people do music on there too. I jumped on there 2 times, but since no one knows I'm on there because I didn't tell anyone to come watch me, it was just weird. But now that I'm home and I got 5G in this house, I should be able to because in Japan I didn't have high-speed internet. That was a thing, man. I literally, I told my landlord, and he was like, well, if you don't like it, move. I was kind of upset with that. But I don't know. So if it happens, this is the link. And I'm going to put all the links in a link tree and put that in the video or in the thing in every video. So anytime anybody's like, you could just say, it's in the description. All right. Okay, music. So my music is on every platform because that's how it works now. You pay one little company and they just put it on everything, past, present, and future. So when Spotify came out, I knew I didn't even know what a Spotify was. I know I don't use it, but then when I checked, there I was on Spotify. So if you go to, so look for Rhyming Gaijin, it comes up like, maybe my internet is not that fast. This is kind of slow, man. All right, here it is. It comes up like this, and I got my album. So 2010, 2011, 2013. I would play some music, but I ain't trying to. Actually, you know what? I don't care. It's my music. Let it be. Well, I don't want to make this video longer than it has to. But the music's here. So first album. This album was me talking about coming to Japan. So it's a lot of, I just came to Japan. It's so interesting. It's so weird. It's so this. Oh my gosh, it's Japan. Phase 1. In this phase, although it looks like it's only been a year later, which it was, but this was actually 2008, and I just released it. So this album is kind of, now I'm Japan. Now I'm Rhyming Gaijin. I'm just chilling and talk about my experiences with my girlfriends, ex-girlfriends. I think where is she? There's some people from my channel that got onto the cover. This was a great time. This would have been like the highlight or the what do you call it? The apex, at the height of Rhyming Gaijin, this was the album. This is when I was performing more. The big earthquake happened this year. I did the Guinness record. I climbed Mount Fuji. Things were popping off. Right at the end, and then this album, this is when I went to grad school, got my MBA. And this is kind of where I kind of disappeared from YouTube. One reason was because my girlfriend, after Mrs. RG, you don't really know about her, but she was just like, I don't do social media. And I'm like, that's cool with me because I am tired of it. Because it's stressful, man. You watch any new YouTuber or Instagrammer, they go through it much quicker because their highs are higher. They be like overnight success, and then they get hit with all the BS that comes with all this lifestyle. So I took a break. And for like the 3 years we were together, you know, I rarely posted. And we're just doing our thing. Life was good. This album is kind of dark. There was some, I can't think of the right word, but problems when this album released. And weirdly enough, I thought this album didn't do so well because on this album, a lot of people were buying it from iTunes, and they bought it really quickly. This album, no one really bought it at first. When I checked the overall stats, this one sold the most. I just didn't notice that. It was really weird. Down here is the zombie song that you heard playing before. Here's a Christmas song I try to do. Crazy thing is, I put this Christmas song up and I got flagged because someone else claimed that it was their song. Crazy. This is the first song that I wrote for someone else. In fact, let's hear it because this is my first co-production type thing. I had a feeling. I wrote the lyrics out for a female. I found she's actually the second female to sing it because the first one and we didn't work out, and she came on. But it sounds something like this.
Boy, he got me strong.
Hey!
I'm addicted to his love. I know, it's kind of strange. But yo, what can I say?
This bass line's from a friend of mine.
The way he makes me feel, I can't drive a car, daydreaming behind the wheel. I'm probably getting started. I'm floating in the air. I don't even need to walk. Yeah, I'm weak. I'm holding on to you. You're mine.
Now this song, I love this song, but it's just, so this artist in particular, beautiful, spirited woman. I met her as a model. That's how we met. And I told her I do music. She's like, she does music. And then we recorded the song. But she's really shy, you know? So when I get into like music mode, I'm music mode. I come off shy when people meet me. Like, are you really a rapper? But, you know, I release shit and I get out on stage and do shit, you know? So I was like, do you really, because we were talking about it, and I'm like, do you want to release this? She's like, I don't know, do whatever. And so I released it, so now we got to perform it, but every time I set up something, she wouldn't come. And, you know, I didn't want to make this song bigger than what it was because I don't want to bring drama to someone. And then we stopped talking for a while. And then I released a little freestyle, and then she heard it, and she was like, yeah, man, that song really touched me. I cried. And I'm like, wow, the song was actually for my brother, if anyone's following the story. So we always been the way we've been. And I wrote this song specifically for him. I didn't play it for him. I doubt he ever heard it. But she heard it, and we started talking, and then by this time, she left Japan, and we were talking for like 5 hours just about how life has changed. But yeah. All right, moving on, because I don't want to make this so long. All right, Spotify. Let's see what we got here. I'm not on Spotify. Really, I don't listen to music. I listen to instrumentals. Well, I used to not listen to music, other people's music. But when I'm at the gym, I pick an album and I just go in on it. So here's me. All the albums are there. And what's crazy, again, I got 8 monthly listeners. I don't even know who's listening to my music because it's not me. Because back in the day when I'd be on YouTube and it'd be like, okay, 1 view. I knew it was me because I'm the only one. This is way back when no one was watching YouTube. It'd be me and my girlfriend. Like, did you check out this video? But yeah, so if you're on, and here's some projects that some of my friends did with me. All right, come out of here. Now, the thing is, right, iTunes is really easy. You know, you just go on your phone and pop on there. And I'm also on Google whatever, and Amazon whatever. Basically, anything you use to listen to music, I'm probably on it. Spotify for streaming, maybe I'm on Pandora, I don't know, but I'm on most things. Now, when it comes to how much, when it comes to money, right? Spotify pays us 0.0000001 or something like that. So when I get the breakdown of how much I made, it'll be like, this song was played 20 times and you made 1 cent. I guess 1 cent's better than no sense, but it makes no sense. You see what I did there? iTunes, they take 30%. So if it's $1, you're getting 70 cents. But these are easy, so if that's whatever. Bandcamp is it's kind of made for musicians by musicians, and we get 100% minus. They have some calculations, but we get basically everything. So if we jump into there, so I have two as always. This one is music. This one is my beats. All right, so we jump into here, and you can see here's the albums, and here are some little projects. This is my album I made when I turned 40, and somehow I messed up, so it's not on it's on iTunes, but it's under Rhyming, not Rhyming Gaijin. But I might start using that since I live in America and not Japan. I know, I make things complicated more than they need to be. This one I made when I turned 41 last couple months ago. This is my 365-day challenge. Let's jump in here real quick. So, every day for a whole year, I made a song. All the way up until 365. Now, some of the dates are off because sometimes I would do like a 3-part, and I wasn't sure if I could. I mean, it was the same, it was confusing. But if I randomly jump in here, let me see here. All right. So I'm learning right here, so y'all gonna learn with me. Rhyming. Yeah, the 5 love languages, break them down for you, fan. The concept is simple, doesn't always go as planned. First, affirmation, say things positive, man. Second, quality time that you spend with your friends. Third, giving gifts. All right, so this one, I just finished reading the 5 languages of love. And after I read it, I wrote about it. How about this one? Yo. Rhyming. All right, this one. So on Instagram, there's videos for most of these. This one, I climbed a mountain. When I got to the top, I saw these 2 girls. They were smiling at me. I said, "Hey, I'm a beat maker. Now, can I sample your voice?" So that's what you hear there. And they're like, ah. And then I made this track. Now, when it comes to like live beat making and all that, shit always goes wrong. So I was trying to do something because your heart's pumping. You want to get it done within the time that they're still interested, because they don't want to, like magic. You need to make that rabbit come out of the hat. If you start fumbling about, people are going to. But I climbed this little mountain to prepare for climbing Mount Fuji. And I think that one is. But anyway, you get the drift. So here is 365 songs. Here's the one I did with her. Here's some lost songs that kind of predate this album. A random person reached out and was like, "Yo, I got this song. I got this CD. Can you like put it somewhere?" So yeah. So that's that channel right there. And then this one is just where the beats are at. So here's my beat tape. Here's a sample pack. My first sample pack. My first beat tape. So yeah, man, I'm learning stuff. All right, moving on. Let's see here. What's next? All right, Fiverr. So if you're interested in working with me, Fiverr is probably the easiest way because everything is just kind of set up. Now, I would rather you just talk to me directly, but usually when that happens, it always goes weird. I think I spelled custom wrong. I think there's an O. Well, don't tell nobody, all right? I shouldn't even brought it up. But there's someone out there, he spelled it wrong. Anyway, so let me jump into Fiverr. Clickety-click. All right, so I just have these 2 little gigs. I should add some more. I know. I'm level 1. whatever that means. Because if you don't do something for a while, they drop you down to level nothing. But then I keep bouncing back to level 1. Let's see here. Orders completed. So check this out, man. You see these little stars, man? I'm getting stars all day. Star, 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 star. Sometimes I get a tip. Star, 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 star. For the most part, perfect record, man. The only time I had it canceled. So this guy, he hits me up saying, can you teach me how to make a beat on the MPC? Because that's what I have here. We're going back and forth because, time difference. And finally, when we start, so he calls me like, are you available? I just woke up. I'm like, okay. I hop out of bed. I set up. And he's like, well, I'm having trouble connecting my, do I have it up here? Yeah. He's like, I'm having trouble connecting my my controller. So he had version 1. I got the 3rd iteration of it. So they changed things so it's more plug and play. So we spent like 2 hours trying to get that thing to work. I'm thinking, since I have it's plug and play, you just got to click some things. His computer stopped working while we were talking, so he probably has a bootleg computer, probably has a bootleg system. So then he's just like, man, I'm tired. I'm going to go smoke and go to sleep. I'm sleepy. So then he goes to bed. Like, in his time, it would have been like 12 o'clock. So I'm like spending another 2 hours researching. And then I found out that you can't change the settings from it itself. You have to download some software separate from the program, which is really complicated and weird. So I send him all this stuff, and then I send him the links I found, and then I push finished so he can pay me my $25 because I did above and beyond. I get a thing from this company, Fiverr, saying it was disputed, and he's writing in there, he didn't do nothing for me. He wasn't even, and he's like yelling at me. So I took a deep breath, withdrew, and let him keep his $25, man. And this guy, he did pay me for 1 gig, and then he's like, all right, because he was gearing up for the Olympics, but then, COVID happened and shit just got weird. So for the longest, this $50 thing was just stuck on my account. So I had to have them cancel it. But 31 completed, man. Good time. So if I should really capitalize my own name. Or maybe not, because it's rhyming as a verb, not the person. But yeah, so that's Fiverr. Alright, moving on. Pop pop. Beatstars is a place where you can sell beats. Makes sense, right? I sold 1 beat, and I was so excited, but I kind of messed up because they have it set up where you can barter or you can go back and forth on price. I didn't know that I was in that section, so he threw out a price. I took it. Then when I looked at it, I gave him the exclusive. So a quick history about beats. So you could sell a beat as is, right? So I make a beat, I sell for $10, and you own it. But some people started leasing beats, right? I should make slides about this. But anyway, so you can lease a beat. That means I'll sell it to you for $10. I still own it, which means I could sell it to someone else for $10. If you buy the exclusive, that means I can no longer sell it to anyone else. So he was buying the exclusive, and he lowballed me. I could have got like, well, I don't know. We could have went until he's like, man, I'm going to give you this much, and that's all. And it's possible I could have scared him away. But yeah, that was the first beat I sold. Usually on this site, you just get a bunch of other producers saying, hey man, your beats are so great. Why don't you check out my beats? Like, why I want to check out your beats? I'm on here trying to sell beats too. Come on. One guy did hit me up. He's like, yo, I like your voice. Can you rap on one of my tracks? I'm like, okay, how much you gonna pay me? He's like, I'll give you X amount. I'm like, fine, that's cool. I do my thing. He pays me. Great. Then he's like, can you do another one? Or he's like, yo, man, we're going to do so much work together. I'm like, well, make sure you pay me for each of the work I do. So I do another one. I send it to him. And then the man didn't want to pay me. He even posted it. It's a grimy world out there. But yeah, so that's where the beats are. All right, and Patreon. So I made an account like in 2004 or something. Actually, I can't say 2004. That's before I even went to Japan. 2007 when I first heard about it. Because basically, I'm not going to read it. So in business school, they said never read the words you put on the slide because the people who see it can read it faster than you can. All right. So, you know, the people who support you can support you this way. Because iTunes is taking a cut. Everything else is taking a cut. This one, they don't really take a cut. The money goes directly to you so you can continue to do the things that you do. And I was really hesitant about making an account because where I come from, like, if you listen to the stories about my dad, like, we don't do handouts. Like, it's ingrained in us. I'm younger and it is what it is, but, it's just weird for me. I rather, on Fiverr, can I go back? So on Fiverr, you're paying for my services. That makes sense. Or here, you're like buying something, whatever. But here, it's just like, I support you and I just want to help you. And so I didn't put it out. And then I was talking about it. And then some people like, if you give me the link and I'll support you. And then I gave them the link and, they were supported me. So I have 4 people who are supporting me. And every month, so it's like a subscription kind of thing. Every month, I get supported by these 4 people. And like coming home, since I've been home, the whole Japan thing, like it really does help me because and I don't even know how to talk about this because I'm just not used to like people I have never met helping, because the people I know wouldn't help me in real life, like, whatever. But anyway, so here's Patreon. It basically, you pick a price. It could be $1, it could be $1 million, but please don't be sending me $1 million every month. There's other people who need it more than me. But and there's other stuff, but it is what it is. So that's it. All right, moving on. This is my website. All right, and let me get in here real quick. So this is what it looks like right now. That's all you got. Because and to do this, I remember it took me a good hour because I had to reset the whole site. So get rid of the theme I had and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. And now the website should have all the links there and all that, but it just, I'm not a website kind of guy, man. So, yeah. All right, we're almost done. Let me see what's next. All right, contact. So, if you ever need to contact me, like you just want to say hi or leave a comment or ask a question, the best place is to do it in that video. So when it comes to YouTube, I don't know if they got rid of the email or that system, because I don't know where those are. But if you leave it inside the comment under the video, I will find it. And I will respond. I'm trying. I mean, there's a place where all the recent comments are in one thing. Cause I click on videos. So if you sent a message on an old video, it'd be a while before I check the old video. So I'm working on that. Instagram, I'm getting better at checking the other mailbox, because I don't know when they separated the two, but they did. Facebook, I don't use Facebook. Twitter, all those things, I'm not on there. So, yeah. Email address, well, right here. So you might have an old email address. They still work. But if you need to reach me for business-related stuff, down here, contact at rhymingonthebeats.com. I'll probably change it, but this is going to be here for a while. Yeah. And, yeah. So that's contacting me. All right. And the end. So I hope this helps. So, and I hope this helps. So you know where you can find my music and you can find all my social media. If you want to support me, well, here's the thing. So if you want to support me and you have no money, that's fine. Watch the video, make comments, like. I don't know if I'm going to start doing it because that's the thing to do now. You make your video and be like, hey guys, you should like my video, because I don't want to say that, but it does help because, algorithms and all that. Share, let other people know. All that works. You can support by getting the music. It's there, and get it on a platform that makes sense for you. If you stream your music on Spotify and make playlists, do that. If you're on iTunes, if you want to go through Bandcamp, it doesn't go directly to your phone, so you got to but if you do use Twitch or TikTok, because I know I saw my analytics. Most of the people who watch me are the same age as me, or roundabouts. And I don't understand TikTok, so I could imagine we're in the same boat. But if you are on TikTok and you do want to jump over there, at some point, I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to do my thing. Fiverr. So I like Fiverr because, the plus side about Fiverr, the more gigs or the more jobs I do, the better ranking I have. And it makes it easier to get other people like, wow, this guy got a perfect record. I want to work with him. If it's one-to-one off the site, then no one knows. So that's the plus side. The other side is, it's official. Like it's, because, you send out the email, hey, can you do this? And I'm like, sure, but then it gets all weird. But here, I get a big countdown clock saying you got 10 days or 5 days to get it done. And I could reorganize what I'm doing to make sure it gets done, et cetera, et cetera. And then you could leave leave reviews, which also helps with people saying if they trust me or not. Beatstars, I'm really new to that site, but I guess it would work the same way as any other site. More people who go to it and buy beats, so give me better ranking, what have you. And for the Patreon, I don't even know how that works, but I do appreciate everyone who is supporting me on there. And anyone who does, because just blows my mind. Like I've been social mediaing for a long time. There's things like this just still blow my mind, because we're at the end and I did pretty well. I got this done under 20 minutes. It's still long. I might have to break it up, but actually we'll leave it at that because it is the end. I don't want to make this longer than it needs to be. But if you like this video, like it and share it. And I was thinking about doing other videos in PowerPoint form in this way. Giving some, at least for the music, like doing doing tutorials on this, but using this. But anyway, thank you for watching and peace.